When I say mango cocktails, what season pops into your head? Exactly, right? Summer, sunshine, tropical cocktails. But tonight, I'm going to flip that on its head because mango just doesn't need sunshine. It just needs the right flavours and it'll work all year round. So tonight, I'm going to be making 5 winter-ready mango cocktails. Think warming, think cosy, think cocktails that just make sense when the colder weather is here. The slushy machine is not coming out to play, so we're not going to have any frozen cocktails. These mango drinks are just going to contain flavours that you would expect to find in the colder months. Now, just quickly before we dive in, if you like what I'm doing in this video, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That will help push this stream out to more people and help me grow. And if you don't want to miss any of my future content and you're not subscribed, then make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to this Christmas Day live special. I'm going to make some cocktails and then we'll get involved in the comments to say Merry Christmas to everyone. But without further ado, let's make the first cocktail so the replay is sort of flows nicely. I'm going to there's going to be a central theme that I'm going to talk about after this cocktail, but for now we're just going to go with it. It's kind of mango with sort of wintry spice kind of flavors. So I'm going to make an apple spiced mango sour. This is going to be Calvados base, and I'm going to go for the 2-year-old Calvados for Domaine de Flaggery. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. We want some Fortunella, some orange liqueur, think Cointreau, think Grand Marnier, those sort of things. This is just what I've got. It's like a kumquat liqueur, fantastic. Some mango and this mulled spice syrup. Remember, I'll talk about this in a second. Lemon juice and some foamers. So there we go. That is the cocktail. Right. There we go. You see all that? So first things first, cocktail shaker. Let's start with this Calvados. Lovely, gorgeous. 2-year-old just basically means it's got a nice, big, appley flavour without being taken over by kind of wood, those aging notes. So I'm going to go for 45 ml, 1.5 ounces of this 2-year-old Calvados. Pop that there. Next up, I want that orange liqueur, 15 ml, half an ounce. And that's just going to give us nice sort of orangey flavours. I love this stuff anyway, really vibrant. So 15 ml, half an ounce of orange liqueur. Which should we go next? Let's go for the lemon juice. Let's go 30 ml of lemon juice. Let's get the lid off. There we go. So 30 ml, 1 ounce of lemon juice. If you're just watching for the first time, get involved in the comments. Say hello. Say Merry Christmas. Let me know where you are watching from. Next ingredient. Mango puree, Boiron. Let's say we're going to talk about this in a second and why I'm using this instead of the Real tonight. I'm just going for 20 ml. I think that's about the good sweet spot for all this sort of stuff. This is just 100% puree, okay? So 20 ml of, look at that, gorgeous mango-y puree. And next ingredient is this mulled spice syrup from Bristol. There we go. 15 ml, half an ounce of this. I'll tell you exactly what this is in a minute. Don't panic. Let's just get a cocktail so we can have a drink. 15 ml of that. And then just to give it some nice sort of foamy, hopefully there's a bit of mango in there, so it's a little bit thicker. So it's not going to foam up like a normal sort of sour would be, because this would be a thicker cocktail. So just for that, because it's thicker, I'm going to go, can we see that on their camera? There we go. I'm just going for about half a pipette. So slightly more than what I would do normally. All right. All right, quick rinse there. Perfect. Right, some ice to shaky. Lovely jubbly. So we are just tuning in, as I said, say hello in the comments, get involved. Let me know what you're eating today. Let me know what you're drinking. There we go. Lovely. We have got a bit of foam there. Right, I'm going to serve this up in nice kind of coupe glass there, slightly larger coupe glass. Let's get this shaker out. Been using this shaker today. And double strain. Here we go. Boom. Right. Give it a good old smackerini. There we go. Boom. Oh, that foam, that has created a nice bit of foam on top there. There we go. just for the photo. I don't know why I'm doing that. There we go. Some nice foamy stuff there on top. Lovely. And a bit more there. Then to garnish, what should we garnish? What did I get out? I got some fruit. Got an orange out ready to go. So dried orange. So there we go. First one, mango, sort of winter spiced mango sour. I've set out written something quite clever, I hope, tonight. I'm just going to stand to one side and then hopefully, bing. Yes, we've got some photos. There we go. Thumbnail done. Right, cheers everyone. Merry Christmas. Let's dive straight into the comments and say hello. Who have we got here? Kevin, Merry Christmas. John Molesworth, Liam, Marshall Mann, BS Infonia 13, Merry Christmas from Denver, Colorado. Sarah's here, although Michael, hang on, what that? Come on, there we go. That's better. Hello, Sarah. Who else is here? Kevin, Hawkstone, Gammon, Kevin, lovely, lovely. Let's see what they've been working on. A real raspberry Mai Tai, lovely, jubbly. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that apple night, apple and raspberry. That is really good, actually. Really, really good. I've not actually tested any of these. I've just kind of created these. Sort of working in the office, just kind of having a little play. So this is the first time trying this. That is fantastic. Right. Big top sort of apple note. The orangey note comes in there and the mango comes up at the end. That's lovely. You get that subtle sort of hint of spice through there. I've got to remember to say hello to Instagram as well. Mark, hello. The Carl Hutchinson, hello. Love slushies and beer. Lots of comments. Right, so let's just, because I know I'm going to get some comments like, why are you using Boiron tonight and all that? This one of the two Puree brands I work with. I work with Boiron. I work with Real, or ABM, I should say. There's no right or wrong here. As I always say, different products for different markets. So what I'm effectively doing tonight, the Boiron is 100% puree. There's nothing else in there. This mango, some of the other Boirons are like 99.2 or 99.3 to allow for a little bit of natural, like one of them's got purple carrot in there to maintain colour. This is just 100% mango, okay? So the difference here, you're going to need a sweetener to kind of balance that puree out, whether it's plain sugar, whether it's a flavoured sugar like I'm doing tonight. So all the central thing for these 5 cocktails that I'm rocking out is the Boiron mango, and then we've got this camera so we can do that, Bristol mulled spice syrup. Now what's in this mulled spice syrup is kind of like allspice, cinnamon, star anise, come on, back we go, there we go, cardamom and orange. It's effectively, Bristol have created this as like a mulled wine hack. You just add it to hot red wine and you've got mulled wine. It's an incredible syrup. I've been adding it to ports, old fashions, all that sort of stuff. It works really, really well. So I think it's a crack in there. So the big difference here, I'm kind of going to stick to 20 ml of Boiron, 15 ml of the mulled spice, which is near as damn it going to give us, I'm going to say 60-40. But it's actually something around the 58-42% mark, okay? Now, just remember that for a second. So in these cocktails, I'm basically making 58% puree, 42% sweetener. The difference then becomes with the Real. This is 40% puree and 60% sugar. So it's the other way around. So the purees, the Boiron, enable you to kind of use your own levels of sugar. All right, if you wanted to up that to 20 ml, you can quite easily. If you want to bring that down to 10 ml, again, you can quite easily. Whereas the Real are very much quick, fast cocktails. Okay, 60-40. So it's 60% sugar, 40% puree. You can't really adjust the sweetness to what's in that bottle. You can't use other syrups. Sometimes some of you can, like the guava you can, the pineapple you can, you might need like 5 ml of normal sugar just to kind of balance it out. But you'd struggle to get other syrups in there. Whereas purees like this, you can mix with whatever you want. So for a passion fruit one of these, for instance, you could pre-mix your vanilla sugar. So you could effectively create that bottle as a porn star ready to mix with like passion fruit and vanilla. So that's the difference. You know, different bars will require different things. Both of those are the fruit content in both of these are 100% puree. All right, so that's nothing but mangoes. The 40% of that is nothing but mango. There's no E numbers, there's no sort of concentrate or flavorings, artificial flavorings or anything like that. They're both, that's why I work with them. They're both 100% puree brands, except this one's mixed with 60% sugar. That one's just 100%. So there we go. We've got that little bit of spiel out of the way of why, because I know I'm going to get the questions. I always get them. It's like, oh, you're swapping brands, you know, etc., etc. It's not. They're just different things. So let's crack on. I'm going to dive back into the comments in a bit. Let's crack on with cocktail number 2. Going to do a mulled mango highball. The other thing you could say is just what I said about the porn star. If you want to batch this, then go for it. I've opted to keep the mango separate. But if I wanted to for ease, I could have done sort of 20 for every 20 ml. I've added a mango pure in there. Could have done 15 ml of the Bristol. All right, easy peasy. And if you want to know what I'm drinking, I've got my. You won't see this on. Hang on. You won't see that on Instagram. You will now. I've got my very expensive Ron Cube out to play today. So I've had a couple of little cheeky tipples of that. Lovely jubbly. Right, cocktail 2, mulled mango highball. And this one is, yeah, it's the Ron Cube Suave, which I've got out here. So the Suave is a sherry aged rum, really beautiful sherry aged rum. We need that, we need that, we need lime. And then it's just a simple one. I'm just going to top it up with some ginger ale. All right, so nice, simple mango spiced highball. I'm going to shake this. There we go. And because of the puree, I think you do kind of need to shake this one a little bit. If it wasn't a puree, if it was a syrup, you could just, so I know for the Instagram and all that, I'm off camera here, but if you were just using the syrup, you could just make it straight in the glass. But for purees, I think you do need to shake a little bit. Right, here we go. So let's cracketh on with that. Let's go for the Ron Cube. There's Añejo Suave. There we go. You don't need to zoom in on that. So it's my sherry aged Cuban rum. Absolutely beautiful, delicious. 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. The recipes are already in the description below. So if you want to see the recipes, for those of you that love to cut and paste, they're already there. 20 ml of the mango puree. Where's my squeezy? There we go. 20 ml of mango. And then 15 ml of the Bristol mulled spice syrup. This stuff smells absolutely gorgeous. It really does. It's so good. So I've been making like port. So port with hot water and a dash of that, and maybe some brandy. And that's my sort of cheat. Well, it's not cheat. It's just a posher mulled wine upgrade. Really good. Right, there we go. And some lime juice. I would, because I know a lot of you haven't got bottled lime juice like I have. I would just do a couple of squeezes of lime here. I'm going for about 10 ml in this. But yeah, a couple of squeezes, couple of wedges. There we go. Lovely, jubbly, right. That can sit there. Some more ice to shaky. So yeah, I'm going to stay on for a bit after these 5 cocktails. So if you want to have some banter, if you want to let me know what you're kind of drinking or what you would like me to make, then go for it. Very honoured. I can see the numbers that are up there. Very honoured for some of you that are sharing Christmas Day with me. Lovely jubbly. Right. That is delicious. I like that. Gonna have to turn these heaters down from full whack as well. I've got my heaters on. It was very cold in here. Now it's very, very tropical. Right. Let's get those ice cubes. One more of those. Is that all right? Perfect. There we go. We have got a sort of tropical-ish cocktail coming up in a bit as well. Sort of tiki, tropically. What else have we got coming up? I've got another simple highball in a second. Oh, and a julep. Spiced mango julep. That should be incredible. Right. Let's get that. Let's do this for the old thumbnail. And then we're just going to top up. I was thinking, because I love it, the spiced orange ginger ale from Fever Tree. But actually, I've gone for the plain orange ginger ale So got orange notes in the first cocktail. So I'm just going to top up with just plain ginger ale. Ginger beer would have probably worked a treat in this as well. Give that a little stir. There we go. Boom. Right. Nice. Nice bit of fun. Right. Wash that up. Rinse that. That should give us nice. What should we garnish this with? I've got some mint, I think. What do we have? Pineapple, strawberries. That's an apple. No, this one is going to be a bit of mint. All right, there we go. My great little hack for taking photos while I'm doing a live stream. This is brilliant. All right. A bit more ginger ale. There we go. Right. Is that lined up? That's lined up there. My little remote control and come on. Oh, it's not. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. 3 photos. Right. Straw. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so easy. That's going to get demolished. That is so easy to drink. Wow. So that mulled spice syrup works really well with the ginger ale there. I'm going to have to turn these heaters down. Really well. The mango is fantastic. Really pops. You just get that subtle sherry sweetness from the rum, the Cuban rum. That is absolutely gorgeous. Really like that. By the way, Virgin Media still haven't fixed the internet. 2nd of January, supposedly. So I don't know what the screen's like, whether I'm freezing. I'm no doubt I've got some drop frames here, but there we go. The audio should be fine. Right, that's the second cocktail done. The third one is, this should be really, really tasty as well. Instagram. I keep forgetting about Instagram. That's all right. There's no comments down there. The comments on Instagram doesn't automatically scroll, which really annoys me. Right, we are going for, let's get this up on screen, spiced mango and blood orange Collins. And this is with the Dropworks rum. So very, very similar to what we've, Dropworks spiced. Very similar to what we've just done. I'm going to use lemon juice in this. I'll put lemon juice. Actually, lemon, lime. I'm going to swap to lime juice. I've put lime juice. I'll put lemon juice in now. I'm going to swap to lime juice, as that's rum. And Fever Tree Blood Orange. So very similar to the previous cocktail. We're just swapping the base rum and we're swapping the mixer as well. I think there we go. They're all on. They're all central now for the vertical viewers. And there's loads of other things you could do here. You could add different like liqueurs on. I'm going to do something a little bit crazy for the next cocktail, the Julep. I've got one of the other cross sips to put out to play. Not the pineapple one. We're going to do a different cross sip this time. And just to bring some different flavour through the cocktail. Right, we are going to shake this one as well. So let's give that a quick rinse. See, all that editing, when I do proper videos, you don't see all this sort of stuff. Right. So, first things first, Dropworks. The spiced rum that doesn't actually use any spices to spice it up. It's just very clever aging in here, okay? So, it's a spiced rum without spices. Boom. Right, 45 ml, 1.5 ounces of the Dropworks spiced. Then we are going to do, let's go this way around. So 30 ml of lime juice, 1 ounce of lime juice. There we go. Boom. The mango, there it is. So 20 ml of mango. This stuff is absolutely flipping delicious. The quality of these purees are insane. The other thing I should have mentioned as well, because I know I'll get some questions about this. The other difference, like professional bars essentially, unless, because it's once opened 10 days. So unless you could get through one of those 10 days, you could freeze them. Caveat, that's kind of what I do here, because when I'm doing videos, there's no way I'm going to get through a whole litre in one go for a video there. So I do kind of freeze them. You can, but that's not their intention. Their intention is once opened, use within 10 days, but ideally you're going to get through one of these in 4 or 5 days. That's the difference, okay? Once opened,
It's never going to go off, but they do say like a couple of months, keep it in the fridge because it is fresh fruit puree in there. The taste will start to sort of deteriorate after a couple of months. That's the difference, all right? It's never going to go bad, but it's just not going to taste as good as what it originally did. So we've done 20 ml of mango. We are going for 15 ml of the Bristol mulled spice syrup. And again, you could. So I was going to talk about this. You know, if you're thinking, well, I haven't got that, how do I kind of replicate that? You know, that's kind of why I said the ingredients of that mulled spice syrup, because you can sort of substitute pimento dram. Valerian would be a good shout. You could do bitters like aromatic bitters in some of these to kind of create those spice notes just with sugar or demerara sugar. Orange bitters, aromatic bitters. You know, all that sort of stuff is a way of like replicating that syrup and those kind of flavour compounds. Right. Lovely jubbly. So, as I say, you know, it's essentially the same cocktails what we made a second ago with the ginger ale. We're just essentially swapping out two ingredients. They were swapping rum in instead of what was in that one? I forgot what was in there now. What went in that? Oh, rum. So we're swapping rums, spiced rum for a sherry rum, and we're swapping the mixer, ginger ale for blood orange. All right. It's these Mr. Potato Head style of cocktails. That's what they are. I love calling them that. All right, strain that in. And then Fever Trees of blood orange soda. Really easy to get. I'm going to say worldwide now. I know it's really easy to get in the US. I've seen it. It's super easy to get in the UK. Every flipping supermarket has it. Oh, that's a cool little. Is that going to sit there for the photo? Oh, before I drink it, that might sit there for the photo. There we go. Nice little layered. Oh, is that going to work? Right, and that could go there. Let me get a sprig of mint. Let's put that there. Hopefully, yeah, I can see it on the mirror. That looks great for a photo. Right, let's do. Boom, go on, sit there. Right, how's that look? Looks a bit silly. Right, there, that should work a treat. Right, is that central? There we go, right. Photos, boom, boom, there we go. Right. Oh, that's a little bit tartar because of the blood orange. The rum changes that dramatically, actually. The rum really elevates those spice notes. And yes, it is a spiced rum without spices, but it does really elevate the spice notes of of the mulled spice syrup. Oh, that is beautiful. Nice and tart. If you like Aperol spritzy kind of cocktails, that sort of bitter element, that's exactly what that kind of, all right, it's got that fun and fruitiness to it with the mango, but that's exactly the vibe that brings. I'm going to get involved in the comments. Don't worry. I just want to get these 5 cocktails done, and then we'll have some more banter in the comments. Let's just see who else is here. Kevin, I'll answer that in a bit. I've seen this. Right. George is here as well. Lovely jubbly. Oh, nearly clicked end stream then. Wrong button. Right. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Cocktail 4. Don't need the cocktail shaker for this. I really like juleps. So we're going to make a julep. Straight in a julep tin. I've got a different julep tin out today. If you watched the live stream a few weeks back where I had the gold julep tin out and it kind of went frosty, this should go frosty quicker, if you know what I mean. Should do. So this is going to be a spiced mango julep, and this is where I've got. So juleps are traditionally whiskey. So I'm going to bring out my Irish whiskey here. Nice 43%, nice. When I say feisty, I don't mean feisty as in, oh, that's really hard to drink. Just got lovely sort of rye notes to it, if that's the right word. It's just got this lovely sort of peppery bite to it for cocktails, which is incredible. Right. And then I mentioned the other cross sip. I do like that pineapple one quite a lot, but this is the one that I think is going to work beautifully well in here. Let's get that camera and let's zoom in. So this is Crossip's Dandy Smoke. And this is lapsang tea, cinnamon, clove, and dried fruit notes to this. So I think that this, and obviously some mint, I think this is just going to work beautifully well in this cocktail. Beautifully well. So let's let's do the mint in here first. Find a couple nice sprigs for garnish. There we go. That one, that should go for the garnish. Right. And I want about 8 to 10 mint leaves. So a julep is essentially kind of like a mojito without the lime juice, without the citrus. So it's really good. It's like, well, I was going to say like a Queen's Park Swizzle. Queen's Park Swizzle was kind of there as well. You know, but these are just fantastic. I like them with rum, but I think like a traditional julep is with whiskey. So 8, 10, 12 mint leaves in the base of your julep tin. We've got that there. There we go. Let's pop that in there so we don't have to pick it up. Right, whiskey. Me rye whiskey. I am going for 45ml, 1.5 ounces. This is Halfpenny for the Pierce Lines Distillery over in Dublin. Backs onto the Guinness factory. Lovely, beautiful 43% cocktail whiskey. Delicious. This Dandy Smoke. If you've heard what I've said about the other cross sips, these are super concentrated. So if you would normally use like 50ml of a normal spirit in your cocktails, then you would use 25ml of this. All right. So I'm using 15ml, but that's going to give me the flavour of 30ml. All right. Super, super vibrant, these. Remember. So they've all got serves on the back of the bottles here. The serve for this one is a smoky cokey, and it gives you nutmeg, cinnamon, smoky lapsang tea with the caramel and vanilla notes. You know, so it's a really, really good. Just elevates. These are non-alcoholic, but they're just fantastic modifiers in normal cocktails as well. But if you're not drinking, this brand is absolutely incredible. And no, I'm not in a paid partnership with these either. I just flipping love them. Right, 15ml of this in there. Right, pop that to on the side. Let's do the mango. 20ml of mango. So remember, no citrus in here at all. So 20ml of mango and then 15ml of the Bristol mulled spice syrup. Here we go. Right, liquids done. Now with juleps, you just literally build them with ice, crushed ice. So here's some crushed ice I got out earlier. So a little bit in the tin. Then we take which spoon? That spoon. And then you just want to churn it. Not like super vicious. So you're going to shred that mint in there. Just enough. You just want to kind of churn it. You want a little bit of dilution. But you're just going to bring all that minty flavour through. And mint and mango, mint and spice, mango and spice, they all work really, really well. So good churn. We can see that julep tin has already started to go. And if I hold, you can already see it starting to go. That's the difference between this julep tin and the other julep tin I used a couple of weeks ago. So good kind of churned. Look at that, it's already gone. Nice. And this is the perfect thing with juleps. They look incredible if you use a julep tin. Really cheap. Drink Stuff in the UK sell tons and tons of them. They're super cheap. Right, let's get some more crushed ice in here. The tin cans, they don't quite have the same effects, but you know, you could use them instead. So again, nice. I read somewhere that, because obviously I've not done this in the US, but when they do these for like the Kentucky Derby, the mint julep is the big cocktail for the Kentucky Derby. And bartenders spend literally like 10 minutes prepping all these cocktails to get them super, like you'll start to see it sort of condensation build around the outside. Frosty. Go. And a bit more crushed ice. There we go. Pack that in. And that should do us. Right there. Let's do that. Garnish. Get rid of that. Brilliant. Lovely. Need some dried mangoes. Right, let's just do that. We can get the photo. That should look all right, I think, for the camera. But a photo, beautiful. Right, line that up just there. Let's do that, and then we can dive in. And I'll show you this. There we go. I'll show you this. Well, I'll leave it on camera. You'll see it sort of freeze up a little bit more. Or frost up, I should say. Right, julep. Oh, that is beautiful. Mint, as I say, mint mango. Wow, that. You get this incredible tea note that just comes through there. That's beautiful. Some mango, tea. The whiskey doesn't go missing at all. The mint really comes through, super vibrant. And then you've got this like subtle, again, so the mulled spice is there, but it's not as vibrant as using the spiced rum. It's like, what I really love is like different spirits bring out different flavours. And that's beautiful, but it's not overpowering. That like the drop works, the spiced rum in there really elevated those all those sort of spicy notes from the mulled spice syrup. This doesn't. They're not muted, but they're just harmoniously sort of mixed in, blended in. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I could easily drink quite a few of those. I really want to try that drink on the back now, smoky cokey. I might do that before the end of the live stream. Right, let's just pop that to one side. There we go. Can you, if I leave that there, hang on, back there a bit, there we go. You'll start to see that, oh, Instagram can't see that. There we go. Sorry, Instagram and YouTube Shorts Live won't see that, but hey ho, widescreen can. Right, final cocktail, and then we'll get involved in some banter. We'll say hello to people. We'll answer questions. Mulled exotic passion. This started, I've changed this, so it's not quite the exotic passion that I was going for, but this should be absolutely beautiful. So, right, double, what am I doing? I'm doing black cherry and the vanilla. Yeah, so split base of the vodkas. I've got coconut liqueur coming out, and I've already got that down. That's here. Boom. So nice sort of tropical fruitiness. We've got vanilla with vodka. We've got cherry vodka. We've got coconut rum. We've got the mango, the mulled spice. We've got pineapple juice and lime juice. Yes. And I'm going to kind of do a bitters float on here as well at the end. Right, let's pop these all to one side. This would be, I think this one would be great in slushy machines as well. But I'm not going to do this in a slushy or on a stick blender, spindle blender. I think this would be fantastic there. This is going to shake though. So I'm going vanilla vodka heavy. So I'm going to do 30 ml, 1 ounce of the Dutch Barn Barlenaise vanilla vodka. There we go. Right, let's pop that back on the shelf behind. Lovely. Oh, the vanilla. Lovely vanilla notes. Right, the cherry. 15 ml, half an ounce of this cherry. You could substitute that for a cherry liqueur. Just think that similar flavours, but obviously this is a vodka, so it's going to be nowhere near as sweet as a cherry liqueur. All right. So if you are using the cherry liqueur, you'd have to balance out a little bit, but this stuff is incredible. So 15 ml of that. 15 ml of your coconut liqueur of choice. Got Bounty here. Beautiful. Can I reach the top shelf? Yep, we can. We put that away. Right, lime juice, 20 ml of lime juice. Swap ends. So 20 ml of lime juice. 60 ml of pineapple juice. Try and use 100% pressed juice if you can, because it always tastes better than concentrated stuff. Wrong, oh, it was the right end. 60 ml, 2 ounces of 100% pressed pineapple juice. And then the last two ingredients are rum. Forgot about rum. Cheers, everyone. Merry Christmas. Oh, beautiful. Right. The mango, 20 ml of the mango puree from Boiron, and then 15 ml of the mulled spice. Right. The Bristol syrups are really thick as well. That's why I like them. You know, they're kind of punchy in flavour. Right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Look at that. Shorts and reels, people. Look at that. I love these tins. They're amazing. I might have to take another photo of that in a second. Right. Ice this up. And then live stream, people. We are going to get involved in the banter. We're going to have some drinkies. We're going to have some fun. If you are just joining me, say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching. Let me know what you've had for Christmas dinner. Beautiful. Lovely. Right. In two minds of how to serve this up. I think I am going crushed ice. I think I'm going crushed ice here. Let's do that. Let's see what happens there. Crushed ice. There's a reason why I wanted to do crushed ice. Glug, 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 glug. Yes. Beautiful. Right. Top that with crushed ice. More crushed ice. Beautiful. Right. And then what I wanted to do is get some of my Miss Better's, that's the wrong one. Is there still enough in there? Can't see. Where's the light? Yeah, it's plenty here. Right. I've got my Miss Better's aromatic bitters in here. As I always say, aromatic bitters, they are, every brand produces an aromatic bitters. They're just all different flavours, you know. So I use this. I prefer this to Angostura. But hey, if you want to do Angostura, you do Angostura. So we are just going to just kind of layer this on top. There we go. 3 nice sort of garnish there. And then, oh, I know what I was going to garnish that highball with now. I've just seen some strawberries in here, haven't I? I've got some strawberries out. You muppet, there we go. Anyway, I've got an apple. The apple was for the first cocktail. So this makes absolutely no sense. So I put an orange on the first cocktail. The orange was supposed to go in the second cocktail, but hey ho, there we go. A couple of strawberries there. And some mint. Couple final bits of mint. Beautiful. Right. Is that thing in the way? That's sort of in the way, so we'll have to pull that back here. There we go. Let's do that. Where's my cloth? There. Let's take a photo of that. Is that in? I think that's there. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1, choose. There we go. Oops. Beautiful. Right, and while we are here as well, let's just get another photo of that, if I can not destroy it, because that looks stunning now. There we go. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Right. Let the banter commence. Oh, that's stunning. Woo! Oh, that is fun. That is really fun. There are 5 absolute bangers here. I don't know, because I really like this. I mean, that's really good to drink. Love that. Genuinely here, it's going to depend what mood I'm in. Because all 5 of those, I would absolutely drink. If I'm chilling out, then probably one of these two. Probably the ginger ale one first, followed by the spiced rum and the blood orange second. But if I'm on a night out, then it's definitely one of those 3. I'd probably start off with something like that, the first cocktail, which was the sour, and then kind of move swiftly on to the sort of tropical tiki drinks. Oh, they are beautiful. Right. that's the video done. So thank you very much. But hey, we are going to stay here for the live stream now. This will all get edited out. The members will always get this, but I edit out. This is a proper video. Right, let's go back through the comments.